Imagine watching the biggest sporting event on the planet, 2 billion people tuned in, and having absolutely no idea what's happening on the field. That's most Americans at the World Cup, and today, we're fixing that. In the next 4 minutes, you'll understand football well enough to actually enjoy it. Let's start with the basics. Football, what Americans call soccer, is played between two teams of 11 players each. The goal is simple. Get the ball into the other team's net more times than they get it into yours. That's it. No complicated scoring systems, no touchdowns, field goals, or three-pointers, just goals. Each game is 90 minutes long, split into two 45-minute halves. Here's the thing Americans always find weird. The clock counts up, not down. It starts at 0 and goes to 90, and it almost never stops. Players get injured, clock keeps running. Ball goes out, clock keeps running. That's why football has what's called stoppage time, a few extra minutes added at the end of each half to make up for all those pauses. The referee decides how many minutes. It's slightly chaotic. That's part of the charm. Now, the players. You've got a goalkeeper, the only player allowed to use their hands, guarding the net. Then you've got defenders, whose job is to stop the other team from scoring. Midfielders, who control the middle of the pitch. That's what they call the field. And link defense to attack. And forwards, whose whole job is to score. Here's something that surprises Americans. There are almost no substitutions in football. You only get 3, sometimes 5 in certain competitions. Compare that to American football, where substitutions happen on nearly every play. In football, if your star player is exhausted in the 65th minute, they might just have to push through it. Now let's talk about the rules that confuse everyone at first. Offside. This one trips up even casual fans. Here's the simple version. You can't hang around the opponent's goal just waiting for the ball. When the ball is passed to you, at least 2 opponents must be between you and the goal. If they're not, you're offside. Imagine trying to play basketball if you weren't allowed to stand near the hoop before receiving a pass. That's kind of the idea. Fouls and cards. If a player commits a bad foul, a dangerous tackle, a push, a handball, the referee gives a free kick to the other team. But if it's really bad, they get a yellow card, which is a warning. 2 yellows, you're out. A straight red card for something serious, also out. And here's the brutal part. Your team doesn't get a replacement. You play the rest of the game with 10 men. Penalty kicks. If a foul happens inside the big box in front of the goal, called the penalty area, the fouled team gets a penalty kick. 1 player, 1 shot, from 12 yards away. Just them and the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper has to guess which way to dive before the ball is even kicked. The conversion rate is around 75%. That's how high stakes those moments are. And one more thing, draws are completely normal in football. Games end 0-0 all the time. Nil means 0, by the way. In knockout competitions like the World Cup, if it's level after 90 minutes, you go to extra time. Still level, you go to penalties. And penalty shootouts are the most nerve-wracking 3 minutes in all of sports. Grown men cry. Countries stop functioning. It's unreal. So here's the quick version. 2 teams, 11 players, 90 minutes, get the ball in the net. No hands except the goalkeeper. 3 subs max. Offside stops you camping near the goal. Cards get you sent off. Fouls in the box mean penalties. And ties are perfectly acceptable. Here's the thing about football that Americans often don't expect. The simplicity is actually the point. The whole world plays this sport with nothing more than a ball and some open space. That's why it's everywhere. That's why 2 billion people watch the World Cup. It doesn't need equipment or complexity. It just needs passion. Now you're ready to actually watch a match and know what's going on. If this helped, subscribe. There's a lot more football content coming, and it only gets more interesting from here.